بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن أبي سعيد رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن في الجنة 100 درجة لو أن العالمين اجتمعوا في إحداهن لوسعتهم رواه الترمذي وقال هذا حديث غريب. Abu Sa'id Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated, he said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, into the Jannat there are 100 levels. If all worlds, they all come together in one of them, it will become sufficient for all of them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us correct understanding of Quran and Sunnah. One Quran in a textual form and one Quran in a practical form. Mushaf, the Quran we make tilawat from, that is textual form. And ahadith sharifa or actions of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam or silence of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it is the practical form of Quran. Just now Suratul Qaf was recited, and if we remember those who participate Fajr Dars every day, we went through two similar riwayat. Like this riwayat also, commentators, they said that when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned 100 levels, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is trying to explain that Jannat is very vast. Similar to riwayat where Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned that Jannat is so vast that whatever you can imagine, vastness of it will be nothing compared to the Jannat. And that Jannat also will be filled by the people of Iman. And then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned Jahannam. Like it was recited now, يَوْمَ نَقُولُ لِجَهَنَّمَ هَلِ امْتَلَأْتِ وَتَقُولُ هَلْ مِن مَزِيدٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining vastness of Jahannam. That Allah said that we will ask on that day to the Jahannam, have you been filled? So Jahannam will say, Hal min mazid. If you have more, then send them. That vast Jahannam also will become full. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from those who fill Jannat. And may Allah protect us and our progeny till the day of Qiyamah, that we are not falling into that category which will fill Jahannam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Surah Qaf, Maulana recited Surah Qaf. And Surah Qaf started by taking an oath of Quran Majid. Just remember the translation of this hadith sharif. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that there are 100 levels of Jannat. And each level is so vast that all universe and people of all universe, if they are being sent into one of the level, then it will become sufficient for all of them. That is the vastness of Jannat. Surah Qaf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking an oath of Quran. And I said just now that there are two Quran. Textual Quran and practical Quran. Textual Quran is Quran Majid and practical Quran is Muhammadur Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Abu Sa'id Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala, he reminds me to beg you and to request you that, Ramadan, make firm promise between yourself and Allah that you will allow either textual Quran or either practical Quran to nurture your mind, to nurture your heart, to nurture your brain, to nurture your thinking. This is the Ma'idah spreaded by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Quran and Sunnah, it is a dastarkhan. It is a Ma'idah. It is a table spreaded by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that person will be true believer who will allow only Quran and Sunnah to nurture him, to nourish him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make that possible. And when that will happen? In Surah Qaf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made one or two very, very simple conditions, that if you will have these conditions, then you will become successful from the nourishment of Quran and Sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, first Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took an oath of Quran. Qaf wal Quranil Majid. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala went on mentioning whole Suratul Qaf. We will not have time. Maulana was saying, last night, so many ayats were recited. Hafiz Saad was reciting ayat of, one can safely say, constant struggle. Let me say before that, two sentences, two verses were recited just now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ. And Allah said, مَا يُبَدَّلُ الْقَوْلُ لَدَيَّ وَمَا أَنَا بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. Whatever comes out from your tongue, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, that very strong recorder is there. Or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, مَا يُبَدَّلُ الْقَوْلُ لَدَيَّ وَمَا أَنَا بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. Whatever you said, now it will not be changed. And I am not an oppressor. Allah said, I am not we are living in a time, it is there into all times, but we are living in a time that whatever comes out from your mouth, it is no more now your property. It is public's property. It is the property of those who are paying attention to you, who are listening to you. And let us make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that, oh Allah, make it possible that whatever comes out from our mouth, that must remain beneficial for the whole mankind. Tomorrow, any excuse will not be valid. So whatever comes out from our mouth, as soon as it left your tongue, it is no more now yours. It is public property. And Allah said that you will be taken to task what you speak. You can bluff anybody. You can give excuses to anybody. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's recorder is such that you cannot bluff Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make that possible, that, oh Allah, Ramadan, you are going to accept our du'as. Let us have such life that we nourish ourselves from the table spread of Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that is what we speak. With that we react. With that we behave. With that we carry on. Maulana was saying that let us share some ayat. Yesterday Hafiz Saad was going through some of the ayat, and we felt, before, when used to be long nights, 7 o'clock Taraweeh, and 5:30 or 6 o'clock Sehri ends. Any ayat we used to go through, we used to share in between the rakats. And that Suleiman Chacha Chiman, May Allah elevate him to the highest rank of awliya siddiqeen. He may have not understood what I was saying, but if you didn't speak for few days, then he will come to you that, why don't you share Quran? Why don't you share Quran? He must be enjoying now in his grave. Because person becomes greedy of Quran and Sunnah, Allah value him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala value him. He may have not understood. When we used to go and lead Taraweeh, I remember, we used to share same ayats which we are going to recite into the Taraweeh. We used to share with our father. And he will stand into the congregation in such a manner that into the whole congregation no one understands what is being recited beside me. That's how the ordinary people. But they were greedy of Quran and Sunnah. And greed of Quran and Sunnah is being snatched away from your lives. Gradually, every minute of your life, every second of your life. Either you will have toxicness of Quran and Sunnah, or either you will have toxicness of shaitan and its dhurriyat. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. I was going to share about Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. I will come to that. Maulana was saying, yesterday so many ayats were recited. And ayats of constant struggle from the true believers. Who is true believers? The true believer is that person, simple definition. True believer is that person who is into the constant struggle for the sake of Allah and for the sake of Quran and Sunnah and for the mission of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That person is true believer. No matter you take me as how pious and how righteous, if I am not into the constant struggle, then you keep these ayat of Surah An-Nisa, ayatul qital, ayatul struggle. Very simple. Ayats of struggle. You put in front of you and you look into that mirror immediately issues verdict for you that you are the biggest hypocrite of your time. That is what is happening. That is what is happening. And I don't know what we think about ourselves. What we think about ourselves. Let me translate only one verse. And again I said, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us mature understanding of Quran and Sunnah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us mature understanding of Quran and Sunnah. Quran and Sunnah does not advocate only fasting, only salat. Quran and Sunnah does not advocate only ibadat. Quran and Sunnah guide you in every walk of your life. In every walk of your life, if you take the guidance of Quran and Sunnah, then you are a true believer. Otherwise you are a hypocrite. I am the biggest hypocrite of our time. Oh Allah, take us out from the hypocrisy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I am just translating one ayat. One ayat I am just translating which was recited, I think by Hafiz Saad yesterday. Allah said, وَدَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْ تَغْفُلُونَ عَنْ أَسْلِحَتِكُمْ وَأَمْتِعَتِكُمْ فَيَمِيلُونَ عَلَيْكُمْ مَيْلَةً وَاحِدًا. This is the wish of the people of kufr. This is the wish of people of kufr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, people of kufr, they are wishing that you have negligence about your weapons and about your belongings. Then what they will do, that they will have severe attack onto you in such a manner that within one attack you will be tarnished, you will be finished. I have just translated one ayat. Like these ayats after ayats were recited into Surah An-Nisa last night. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us correct understanding. And come to the table spread of Quran and Sunnah. And message is being given by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. I have shared many times. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala, he was Amirul Mu'mineen. And Abu Musa Ash'ari radiyallahu ta'ala came for some issue to Amirul Mu'mineen. He came, he makes salam, he knocks the door, he's trying to approach, no response. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala is busy. He doesn't respond. And when we go through Surah Al-Hujurat, then Surah Al-Hujurat teaches us principles how to approach the people of deen. You know, when you will go to solicitor, you will have an appointment. When you will go to barrister, you will have an appointment. You will go to doctor, you will have an appointment. You will go to your accountant, you will have an appointment. And you will work accordingly. But Mauli Sahib, you will approach him anytime and every time because he's your slave. He's not your slave. That's how you disrespect Quran and Sunnah. No solicitor, no barrister, no doctor comes to the equivalent of Hafiz and Qari and Alim of the deen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make us have correct perspective to approach anybody and everybody. So I was saying that Abu Musa radiallahu ta'ala knocked the door of Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala. He is busy, so he didn't respond. When he became free, he said, where is Abu Musa? Where is Abu Musa? Just now he was seeking permission. So he was informed that he's gone. He said, call him. When they call him, Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala, Amir al-Mu'minin asked that, what type of a person you are? You came to seek permission? Without attending me, you gone? He said, no, I tried to take permission 3 times and you did not respond, so I was gone. And that is the teaching of Nabi Sassam. That is the teaching of Nabi Sassam. So Umar radiallahu ta'ala said, be careful, you are saying that this is the teaching of Nabi Sassam. How can I don't know teaching of Nabi Sassam? If we are a true believer, then that must be our attitude. If I don't know any teaching of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then this must be my remorse, my regret. This must be my feeling. This must be my reaction. Umar radiallahu ta'ala said that, how can I don't know? Then he said, you will have to provide me an evidence that this is the teaching of Nabi Sassam. Otherwise, I will take you to task. Now Umar was Umar. Abu Musa became Wali radiallahu ta'ala. He went out to look for some evidence, some support, some witness. So there was a group of Sahaba. He approaches them. He said, this is the Hadith Shareef I remember from Nabi Sassam. Anyone from you know that? Abu Sa'id said, I know. So I can come to you, come with you to Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu ta'ala. I can become evidence. I can become witness. Both of them, they came. Abu Sa'id radiallahu ta'ala said, yes, this was the teaching of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the teaching of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Umar radiallahu ta'ala came to hear how he responded, many times not only my dars, anything from the Quran and Sunnah, any lesson is taking place. And if you have nothing to do, you just go away. Before now even 2 people sit down, inshallah, our emotions will not come down. We will not be affected. Because sometimes you come across a hadith sharifa. That person goes away with no important issue. I think Surah An-Nur, innamal mu'minuna alladhina amanu wa idha kanu ma'ahu ala amrin jami'in lam yadhhabu hatta yastadinu. In this whole ruku, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned the etiquettes of gathering. How should you handle gathering? And in some of the riwayat, person goes away without any valid reason. Then Hadith Sharif mentioned that he is being taken out of that divine congregation or gathering from the angels. That go, you are not needed. And person who came seeking, eagerly, keenly, then he is being brought forward by the angels. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us hungry, thirsty, greedy for Quran and Sunnah. And why I am making this point? When Umar radiallahu ta'ala was informed that yes, it is the teaching of Nabi Sassam, Umar radiallahu ta'ala said that قَدْ شَغَلَنِي السَّفْقُ بِالْأَسْوَاقِ. He said, I am being deprived from this Hadith Sharif because of my clapping into the marketplace. Sahaba, they used to have share. That, today you go to the gathering of Nabi Sassam, I will do my personal affairs, my business. And tomorrow you do your business, I will go to the gathering of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And whatever you learn, you share with me. That's how they used to deal. the company of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So Umar radiallahu ta'ala said that I must have been in a marketplace and I must have been clapping. And clapping into the marketplace deprived me from this hadith sharif. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us this type of zeal and passion and eagerness and keenness for the sake of Quran and Sunnah. Today Suratul Ma'idah will start. Suratul Ma'idah will start. If you want to know only one Ma'idah onto the face of the whole universe, that is the Ma'idah of Quran and Sunnah. That is the Ma'idah of Quran and Sunnah. Table spread of Quran and Sunnah. And they will remain as it is till the day of Qiyamah. No one can destroy it. No one can destroy it. Whatever they wish, whatever they plan, their plans one day will go in vain. That is what Maulana recited yesterday, Suratul Hashr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala making mention of very mighty people of the earth, and how their end will come. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us breed from Quran and Sunnah. Make ourselves nurture and nourish ourselves from the platform of Quran and Sunnah. So only one Ma'idah, Quran and Sunnah. So I was saying that Umar radiallahu ta'ala said that clapping into the marketplace deprived me from this hadith sharif. Oh Allah, make us such that don't let us die without knowing every hadith sharif of your Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Everything from his shamail, everything from his sirat and shariat, and from his teaching. Oh Allah, let us have such life that we know every ayat and every riwayat of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then our death comes, then your death will come. Like some of our teachers, when they were passing away, then they were discussing that, okay, how was the demise of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? How his final illness started? What was happening? What is the hadith sharif of Aisha radiallahu ta'ala? What is the hadith sharif of Abdullah ibn Umar? What is the hadith sharif of that narrator and that narrator? Discussing that and leaving this world. What a beautiful end. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make that possible. There are so many ayats which were recited yesterday. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us full understanding of the complete Quran and Sunnah. Whatever and whenever will be said right and correct, it is from Allah and from Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And whatever and whenever was said wrong, it is from me and from shaitan. Allah and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has no connection with that. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-matin, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawul, ya dhal jalali wal ikram. La ilaha illa ant, زهر اللاجئين وجار المستجيرين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامح عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامح تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فاقبضنا غير مفتونين. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يقربنا إلى حبك. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب حبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم هم أصلنا ووصلنا وإليهم يحن قلوبنا وطال إليهم شوقنا فاقبض إليهم أرواحنا. اللهم متعنا بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا أبدا ما أبقيتنا. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب حبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم تقبل صيامنا وسحورنا وإفطارنا وصلاتنا وتلاوتنا. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.